Okay, just want to do a quick video here on how to clean the area near the sensor on a 110xi4 Zebra. As you can see, we've got a few of them in the shop here right now that we're going to be sort of refurbishing, but there's an area where some label material can easily get into that can seem like a place that you can't clean very well, but it's not a real obvious ability, but it's a great way to keep material out near the label sensor, because if you get material on the label sensor, this is the bottom half of the label sensor, and then there's the top half above it. I've covered that in other videos, but there's an area in near that sensor where material can gather. What you can do is you can remove these two brass thumb screws here. Okay, I'm going to try to do this while we're filming with one hand. So notice that they are kind of broken out by Zebra with, you know, hand thumb screws, so that they're intended for you to be able to remove these. Okay, so unscrew the other one. So you don't even need a tool to do it unless, you know, you need to crack them free at the beginning. But then it's not, you know, it seems like this mechanism would hinge around this because it looks like a rocker assembly, but really it hinges off of this black roller here. So you can then hinge this upward, okay, and get at the media sensor area underneath. Now you can clean material off. Now this is the upper half of the label sensor, and there's a small slit right there that you need to keep free from perf dust and other materials. So sometimes you have to get right in there and clean that area out. But labels can get stuck in this area if the printer is getting a lot of use. But the other place where you can find material is along this surface here that has a slot on it. I believe that's for the RF ID option when that gets added. But this surface here then can be accessed to clean this off, because labels are going to be sliding on that surface, and if it's not kept clean, then you don't have as frictionless a surface, you know, a rubbing surface as you would like, and more labels can then peel off and get in there, or adhesive can get on there, causing labels to collect in there. So that's not a real obvious feature that the Zebra printer has to keep that area clean. It doesn't seem real user-friendly until you know you can hinge that up, and you can see you can easily put those thumb screws back in to those holes. I just did it a moment ago before this video. So what you're seeing there too is the location of the media sensor, so that should be in alignment with the lower circuit board under here, so that when the gaps of the label material are passing through, the upper half of the sensor and the lower half of the sensor are at least in rough proximity to each other, so that they can sense the gaps. If you had tag material, then you would need this closer to the firewall here, maybe just like maybe a quarter of an inch out from the closest point to the firewall. But with most label stocks, you can keep this out about an inch to a half inch, and then you can slide this circuit board even if you need to. You know, there is a wire on it, so be careful when you're sliding that. It only slides to, you know, maybe out another half inch at most. There is some slack on the wire on the inside that you can free up if you need to on the inside of the firewall. So that's a good maintenance area. If you're getting skipping of labels or labels jamming in the printer, again, these are great printers, but you know, with enough usage, they'll get material in there. Or if you have labels that are low quality and the labels can peel off easily, you can get some material in that area. So keep it clean, and then you won't get skipping of labels and blank labels as much. Thanks.